Hey guys, it's Brandon with Parkside Kia here in Knoxville, Tennessee, back at the GT2 all-wheel drive Stinger. So what I'm going over today is the remote start. So from factory, if you're lucky enough to have it on there, then it is. If not, you can always add a remote start to any of the Kia products that have push button start from factory, because that's a requirement. So let's go over this. So we can either hit this one time, press and hold. You'll see the light at the top. One was blue, I think the second one turned green. Now we have it started, ready to go. I'm just going to kill it real quick. So that was the first way to do it. Secondly, you can do it just from this singular fob, okay? Really quickly, you're going to want to press this, and then quickly, like within 1 or 2 seconds, probably just that 1 second, press and hold the panic and the rear hatch open. So we're going to hit lock, and then these two, and there we go. So if you wanted to carry around this fob, you can. If you just wanted to do this, that's fine too. Maybe put that one away for, I don't know what you would need it for, but there it is. So while we're out here and we've got it, I just wanted to point out a couple things. Obviously the Brembo brakes are going to be on your GT1 and GT2 lines, rear wheel drive or all wheel, doesn't matter. Moving around to the front, you can easily spot a GT2. If you look right there, see the heads-up display module. It's that bit of a reflection piece. It's just mirror imaging. If the Stinger does not have that, it's not a GT2, because it's not actually going to say 1 or 2 on the back. It's either just going to say Stinger or Kia. Here we've got projection style bulbs. You may be saying, well, what's the difference between a projection bulb and a halogen reflector? Well, projections on low beam go out an additional, but we'll say they go out 500 foot, whereas halogen reflectors may only go out 200 to 300. And your high beams with the projection bulb are going to go out 8 to 1,000, whereas just hydrogen reflectors are only going to go out 500. So much safer style headlight. Moving around, you've got this black satin chrome finish. This little square bit here is actually your forward collision avoidance tied in with your smart cruise control. There is a radar behind there that's going to mock the leading car's speed, and it'll also keep the distance that you set, which we'll show you in the button inside there. Turning around, this right here, this bit is your LED daytime running lights. Those stay on. Coming around the vehicle, you can see the hood scoops, your sides here. Here is going to be your turn signal, and at the very end of it, there is a LED diode specifically for the people that are in your blind spot. Because, I mean, yeah, you know you're changing lanes, but if I'm in your blind spot, how do I know? Because I can't see your front or your rear turn signal. So Kia put that in there just to make sure that I'm safe as well, not just the driver, but as the on-the-roader myself. Coming back on around, you've got it's dual exhaust quad tip, and what I mean by that is you've got dual exhausts, but then each of the exhausts have a dual mounted tip, so it looks like you've got 4. You've got rear and forward parking sensors, so not only does it have the beep when you're getting too close to something in the front and the back, it also has your forward collision avoidance with pedestrian detection. So if you're looking for a vehicle to run someone over, this would not be an ideal candidate. Yep. So I mean, that's everything on the outside here of the Stinger GT all-wheel drive. GT2. See the badge there? It just says GT. I'm not going to show you if it's a 1 or a 2. So each one of these is your turbos. All right. This is the air intake that goes down to the turbo. It's right down here. It's only about that big, but these scrolling turbos, you can get full boost at an almost idle speed. The launch control that's in the GT1 and 2 Stingers, how you get into that. First, you don't want to do it for the first 100 or first 1,000 miles, but say you wanted to after that or before. We don't recommend it before, but people are going to do what they're going to do. You disable the traction control, so you push that button, it takes that off, electronic traction control, and then you press that same button in again and hold it, and right about then you'll see a light to come on that says that the stability control was turned off as well. When you put it into launch mode, it is also going to turn off your forward collision avoidance, so just know that when you're having fun with your Stinger. So yeah, 2 turbos here. You've got your inline 6-cylinder. If you don't, inline means inline here. It's not side. Your belts and your belts and things are going to be on the front. I did want to show you where, because this vehicle does have a breakaway motor mount. I don't know if we'll be able to get this in the shot, but it's right down here. It's got a green tipped screw. That's how you can know what it is if you want to look right in there. And your breakaway motor mount, so if you get into a forward collision, frontal collision, the motor's designed to just drop instead of come through your firewall, disabling your electric power steering and your anti-lock brake system. So if you do get in a crash, you're still able to steer and brake the vehicle. These right here, these are designed for one thing only. That's so that you can go really fast around a sharper turn. So these are strut mounts. They're mounted in to the vehicle to keep you. This car can do a full G in racing terms. The amount of force that you feel as a person. That's what the G force is, and it can pull a whole G, which is pretty incredible for a vehicle to be able to do that. That means it's going to go really fast around a turn. But that's what these are here. They're stabilizing mounts that are connected, you know, right there, just for that. No other reason than just to let you have fun with your Stinger. So everything else you're going to see a lot of the same things you'll see in Lexus. This right here is actually squishy. It looks like a welded bead. It's not. You've got this thick rubber here and there. All that's designed to do is to reduce the amount of vibration and wind that comes in, creating that vibration, so you have a smoother, quieter ride. The batteries are located in the back, which I'll show you because they're monstrous. But if you ever needed to jump somebody off, right here is where you'd be doing that from. You've got the big red plus is where you would hook the positive to, and then you would just hook it onto something like this to ground it out. So this is where your positive goes, and then you would just connect the negative to any piece of metal that is bolted to the frame that's not painted. Like this would not be a good one because it's painted, so it's actually insulated. Can't do it. But this works just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the trunk open. You're gonna push and hold it. See it coming up. Now from the key fob, you can also press and hold and it'll come back down, but I don't want it to do that. So we stopped it. Let's walk over. The GT2 is the only trim level of Stinger that's going to come with a smart power liftgate. And by smart, what I mean is if you are at the Tanger outlets and your car is obviously locked, you leave one outlet store, you walk up to the back, there is none of this kicking bit where if it's icy you're just going to fall and bust your butt and your head. But you come up to the back, you hang tight for a second, it beeps at you, it opens up, you throw your gift bags in there, press the button, it closes, or walk away and hit it on the fob and it's going to lock again. So the rest of the doors stay locked. The only thing that opens is this, and when you walk away from it and it shuts, it stays locked. So my wonderful cameraman here cut out the bit where I had to take out that because it's kind of lengthy. You gotta screw all that out, and I didn't want you guys to have to sit and watch me do that, so very kind of him to do that for me. So again, I promised you a monstrous battery. Let me show you. Look at that sucker. Looks like it'd be on the back of a forklift. Normal car battery, it's like right there. So this just goes to show you that this thing has a lot of technology. The regular Stinger's the same way. You know, it's got a lot of electronics that it's got to power and, you know, keep voltage or amperage, whatever it is. I'm not an electric guy, so I don't know about that. But your rear hatch here is programmable. So first, let me show you this, because this is cool. Where this is a true GT model, it's a hatchback, even though it doesn't quite look like one. But look how much room you got in there. If you were to just put both the seats down, and imagine the Christmas tree you could shove in that thing. Put a big Christmas tree. So back to this. I'm not going to have you all watch me put it all back together. So your garage door is, I don't know, half broke, but you still want to back it in. You can pull this down to wherever you want, press and hold. Hear that beep? It means it's programmed. So we're going to shut it, and then we're going to open it. I think it was like right here is where I shut it to. Oh, perfect. To reprogram, just push up, reprogram, and then it'll open to that height always. Make sure that my heads-up display is adjusted appropriately, because I'm a kind of tall person, and you can tweak this to go up and down, curved or not. Some of my clients that have bought before said that they like it, but it's too much of a distraction in their lower peripheral. So what we can do is we can take the brightness down and angle it a little bit. That way when they're looking out, that it's just kind of down in the corner, almost not there. But if they needed to look at it, that they could, because it'll give you turn-by-turn instructions from your navigation, while also uploading like speed limits on current roads that you are, like going in between states. If the speed limit drops, like it'll show you in your navigation as well as through your heads-up display. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this. Like I kind of like mine really bright, and you've got 3 different colors you can choose from: white, green, and orange. I like green for go, but I would say probably green or orange are one of the colors that if it bothered you would show up the least. Okay, so here we have the Compass auto dimming home link mirror. So first, you're going to want to clear out the original factory codes. How you do that is you hit the garage door 1, third garage door, like so. You press and hold. Now this, you do have to keep pressed for about 20 seconds. And you're going to see that it starts to blink very rapidly, this little red. Here we go. So when it's blinking rapidly, that means that all preset codes are now erased. So assuming that this is your car and you've got your own little garage door opener in hand, to set the garage door to the first one, you're going to press and hold the number 1. See how it is flashing just gently. Imagine I have the garage door opener in hand. I'm going to hold it this far away. I'm going to press it in. When the signal connects, this will start to blink rapidly. So after that's set, you're gonna go in, and depending on the style of garage door opener you have on the back of the motor, you're going to hit the seek button, and then you're going to jump in the car and you're going to hit this garage door 1, 2, about the 3rd or 4th time you'll see the garage door start to open and close. So If you're fortunate enough to have a garage door, boom, now it's set. If you're even fortunate enough to have multiple, you're going to take that same remote and you're going to use the motor on the second door. You're going to first set the remote you just have to that one, and then you're going to repeat the process of selecting two, connect it to that first remote, then go inside on the back of that motor, do the same thing. If you have a third one, repeat the following steps, the previous steps to do that. But you're not going to clear out any codes. After you initially get the vehicle and you clear out the preset codes that are in it, you'll be ready to go. You can do your garage door, maybe the neighbor's garage door, and mess around with them, when they're trying to go to work. Or maybe not do that. Maybe do it on a Saturday, one time, and then tell them, because they're gonna probably freak out. Let's be more realistic. Maybe the summer home, the lake house, your in-laws, grandparents, anything like that. Any place where you would need to get in there and they may not be home, but you have their permission, you can have the garage door set. We're gonna go to the back seat. I'm gonna show you that it has its own independent air conditioning. So up front we have dual climate control with automatic AC. So if you wanted to be at really hot, cameraman's gonna be on high temperature, so he's at 86, I'm at 68. If we wanted to sync them both together, now we're both at 68 and climbing or lowering. Now that's the front part of the cab, or our passengers up here. In the back, we have one AC vent in the center here. Well, it's actually two European style, these circular ones that will go all like that. Open, close, and directional. But it's got its own hot or cold. So the next cut here, I'm going to show you that back there. And one other thing that we have in the back that's really cool for your passengers. Okay. So me being a 6 foot tall guy, and I've not moved these seats, so these are the same as they were when I was driving. I still have plenty of my space room, head-wise, knees, shoulders. 3 adult men would be squished just a little bit, but you could fit them back here. 2 adults, perfectly fine. So here we have my own AC. So I've got them, they were closed. Let's turn them on. I can go hot, indicated by the red squares, or cold. I've also got me a fast charging port and a regular 12 volt. Now on the inside of the door is my heated seats. So it's outboard rear heated, which means this section right here, okay, will be heated. And that's just on your door there, you can see. Inside here, we've got our own little armrest / cup holder. You also have little storage areas in the sides of the doors, mat pockets, or whatever else you'd like to put in there. So, coupled with LED interior lighting. One other thing I can't really show you because it's daytime is the ambient lighting that's inside here. You can choose from just about every color in the rainbow, and where it'll appear is you'll see lights coming from where the gas pedal is and the passenger up, like underneath the dash area, you'll see them, and you'll also see it, just throughout little places in the car. So really cool features. Puddle lights that are underneath the doors when you open them up to see, make sure that you're not stepping in any water, or to show you how much you're about to step in. I wanted to go over this 16 directional driver's seat. You've got your leg extension. You've got front, back, tilt, up, down. Obviously this would be your back. Then you have your multi-directional lumbar. So this little knob is going to squeeze these in and out. I don't know if you can see them moving. When I was speaking about the sport mode, when you put the vehicle in sport mode, these naturally tighten in on you. That's to, like with everything, you get a tighter steering and a more responsive acceleration, suspension, everything in the car is just tighter because it's trying to give you as much control of the power as it can. So Kia's done a really remarkable job here. Guys, I mean, you can only learn so much from the comfort of your couch or your office chair. You really need to come in and experience it firsthand, because, you know, in front of a screen's one thing, and yeah, it looks really cool and it is really cool, but driving it and watching it are two totally different things. So be sure to come in and ask me by name. I'm Brandon. If I'm busy, any of the other salesmen that we have here, we're all Kia certified and know everything there is to know about these cars. We're product specialists and sales and leasing consultants. So, I mean, we're here to help you find the right car that fits all of your needs. And even if that means it's not with a Kia, I mean, we'll help you figure that out. So hopefully it is though. We'll see you soon.